Ladies and gentlemen, Celtic Nation and Green Teamers, welcome back to the couch. This is another episode, or not another episode because I never named it, but this is an episode of Who Wants Boston, the BITO'S special. And once again, we're here talking about the Celtics, whether they win or lose. And tonight, the Celtics got another sneaky dub tonight after blowing a 23-point lead and got 10 straight against the Pistons. They improved to 3-0. The first 3 straight seasons to going 3-0 since the 60s teams, I believe. So this is a big win for us tonight, man, especially given the fact that we were down, we blew a lead and everything. And who I want to start with right now, most importantly, is Jayson Voorhees Tatum. Jayson Voorhees Tatum, dog, is going off this season. 35 points, had 6 threes, bro. He's on a tear, bro. Like, a lot of people were mad about him not playing in the Olympic Games and not getting any minutes or having DNPs. But for me, the whole year or the whole summer I was seeing, I'm like, hey, man, I want this championship. I want the repeat. And the way this season's looking, because it's been so special, it's looking like we might go 74-8 out this joint. So on this channel here, don't forget to like the video, comment, and subscribe if you're new. I'm pushing the narrative, man. The way we looking, man, we're doing a lot of special things, man. We hit 22 threes tonight. You know what I'm saying? We shot 45% from 3. I mean, what more do you need, man? Tonight was definitely a test of championship DNA because, once again, the hardest thing to do is repeat. And when you do repeat and when you're on this journey, teams are going to come at you way harder. They're going to come at you bringing the smoke every game. And the Pistons did that tonight. Now, the Pistons have always kind of played us well in the last couple of years, in my opinion. Granted, we won 10 straight. But the games always seem like we either don't wake up or like they really just wake up to play against us, which is fine. Because even last year when they lost, 30 straight or whatever it was, because they're a stank team too. You know what I mean? They gave us a run for our money as well too. So it's just the Pistons are nice, man. They had Cade and Ivy. You know what I'm saying? I think Cade had 26 and Ivy had 22. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. I don't have the stats directly in front of me at this moment, but we were very clutch tonight, man. They played us hard. We started off hot too. Tatum at one point had more than the Pistons. He was snapping, and Horford, I believe, had 16 or 17 in the first quarter or something like that. He had a bunch of threes himself, but we just looked to have ran out of gas. But once again, we're taking a lot of threes out here. And who can I also forget to mention too is P Rabbit, dog. P Rabbit. Hold on, let me see what he had again, man. P Rabbit tonight had 19 points off the bench, 5 for 7 from 3. This is a secret weapon that we've had for quite some time. And me personally, I wasn't a believer in Pritchard for a while. You know what I'm saying? But I'm starting to have it. He's starting to grow on to me because what he was doing now, he was doing in the preseason. And then he had his sporadic moments. But I like how he's starting this season. He has the confidence like a mug. And he's playing good hoop. Like, I gotta see it, call it how I see it now. Like, he's playing great hoop. So I ain't even mad. And let's not forget about Jaylen Juice Brown. They gave him another nickname tonight, which I think was called the Grave Digger. That was an interesting one, too, because, I mean, he's definitely on some putting dudes in a body bag and putting them well below the ground when he's getting to the paint. He's making dudes look real small, real little. You know what I mean? He's bodying him up. Them shoulders is big. He's a chiseled specimen of a basketball player right now. So he's balling right now. I'm a big fan. This is one of those things that I enjoyed watching, man. I was a little worried. I thought I was gonna have to start this off being like, you win some, you lose some, but you live to play another day. But it looks like we came through the clutch, man. Another key moment was, big defensive stops. As I've said as many times as I've reacted to Celtic post game stuff, is defense is huge towards winning championships, and defense showed tonight. And a couple of big moments that changed the defensive end for us, stopping the Pistons and stopping the bleeding and stuff, was when Mazzulla made a late game sub for putting Allen for Cornette, which I think Al immediately made a 3 and I believe kicked the ball off to Tatum and just made things happen because now teams have to stretch the floor and play a different type of defense, which makes us more of a threat. Drew Holiday, also had 2 big threes, the corner 3 and the wing, which put us right back in the game, which that also was the effect of the Horford sub. So that just shows how versatile we are when that happens. Jaylen Brown, once again, we're talking about defense here. Jaylen Brown had 4 straight stops that were huge in the fourth quarter. I think he had caused Cade to get a shot clock violation with just poking at the ball and everything. So it's one of those things where, once again, we're locking up right now. We're locking in defensively. We're a cohesive unit. Derek White, man. Derek White, the best shooting guard, shot blocker in the league right now. Had 3 blocks tonight. I think both on Cade Cunningham too, and another one I forgot who that was on, but he had a huge block on him late in the fourth when homie tried to stuff it on him and he got a block. And he got stuffed on earlier too. So the fact that he has that confidence to still attack, or be a rim defender as a little guy or a guard, despite getting dunked on, that's huge for us. You know what I mean? Now, for us, man, I don't think we might steamroll through this league this year, man. I mean, this goes to show, like, we have the Bucks on Monday night, but this is also one of those things that just goes to show that, like, we're going to be a problem for a long season, man. And this is the fun part about the NBA season, dog, is that, you have these roller coaster moments, dog. Like, people press the panic button way too early, because I'm pretty sure the narrative, or like dudes like on 98.5 would have been talking a whole different thing about how we take too many threes if we had lost this game. So it's always possible to swing and sway. But that's the fun of having a long-ass season, dog, because at the end of the day, these teams are professional basketball players. And if you're up 30 or 20, and this goes to also show that no lead is safe in the NBA. Not a single lead is safe in the NBA. I mean, we was up as much as 23 points. It looked like the game was over early. But, in a game where a lot of teams shoot threes, and granted that they shot half the amount of threes that we shot, but because they had timely stops, they were able to get things going. Now, I also felt the way about the officiating tonight, but you can't control the officiating. You got to still go out there and play. And there were some questionable calls and questionable no calls and questionable reversal calls, so it kind of swayed the game in a different direction. But the fact that the Celtics were able to overcome that and achieve a win on the road again, I think they have a 4-game road trip right now, so they're in the middle of this and heading to Milwaukee on Monday, which is going to be one of the challenging games as well too. You have Dame and Giannis out there in their second year together, where they may look a little better, but do they have the firepower to really stick with us? I don't know, but I'll save that for my Bucks Celtics prediction for another day. We'll talk about it another time. But today we're focusing on the Pistons, man. Now, the Pistons, they're a young, sparky team. You know what I'm saying? They have some grit. Like, the Pistons definitely have some grit, and they have a different coaching system under there, which, like, I've been watching them a little bit and seeing them, like, they look all right. Like, granted they're young, and granted they're not going to be, like, no showstoppers in the East, but they're making good strides in this way. And, like, granted that they're competing against us, and I want to see if they continue this throughout the year against every other team and bring it like this every night, because teams like this tend to just wake up against us because we are the champions. We are on the road to repeat, so it's just coming with the territory, and I get it. But once it's all said and done, the Pistons still have some great things to build around with Duran, Cunningham, and Ivy. So they look good, and they could be something that not could be a problem, but that could, give us a little bit of a run for our money next time we see them. I expect these games to be games. Unless the Celtics also just, keep their foot on the gas pedal. Because at the end of the day, I feel like the only way that we're really losing in games is if we beat ourselves. And this is a prime example of how we would lose games, because we just let teams come back in because of defensive lapses, you know what I mean? Not, focusing it on the defensive end, just letting dudes kind of get off and not stay into the defense assignment. So I can just tell 3 games in. I normally assess things by game 20. But just seeing how we're looking real different this year, because it's a different type of swag, it's a different type of confidence. So I look at everything with a different lens this time around. So I'm very excited, very, very excited for the next next 17 games right now, because you can really tell how things are going to go by game 20. I mean, we're already looking like a steamroll of a team right now, and it's very early, and I know that these, the Pistons, once again, they stink. And the big test and the big thing to talk about and the big thing to, watch is when we play the Bucks, you know what I mean? And we want to see if we can compete against that boy Giannis, and I think we'll be all right. Like, I honestly think we'll be all right, but that's just what's going to happen at that point. So don't forget to like the video, subscribe, comment, and, let's chat about the Celtics stuff. I'm trying to have this thing really go off right now as far as, 74-8, MVJT, that's another narrative we're pushing, and we're striving for greatness here, man. This is a team of greatness, the city of champions. We're ready for it all. So I'm out of here on that note. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I'm out of here. Peace.